Hi everyone, my name is Kaia Lester and I am the social media coordinator for Hope Church located in Warner Robins, Georgia, and formerly the social media manager for our youth ministry division, Hope Students. Today I will be sharing with you all my social media content plan to help promote our nonprofit organization, which is the Equipped to Win Foundation. The Equipped to Win Foundation was started by Hope Church to help people in our community. We do this through different outreach events such as Hope Kicks, where we donate shoes to provide for kids at Title I schools, Feed the City, which is our annual Thanksgiving drive, and the Hope Classic Golf Tournament, where businesses, church members, everyone from the community can come together to raise money for local causes. We've also partnered with amazing organizations such as Kingdom Boxing Club, who are working with our youth to promote confidence, discipline, and mentorship through sports. All of these programs have something in common. They're about serving others and creating impact. Right now, Equipped to Win doesn't have its own social media page. We are actually currently in the progress with management to make that happen. All of our posts and promotions at the moment go through our main Instagram and our Hope Church accounts or the Hope Students accounts. And while that's been great for getting started, the goal is essentially to build Equipped to Win into its own brand online. We've even somewhat started that with our WordPress assignment and building an Equipped to Win website. But essentially, our main goal is to create something that can grow, thrive, and reach people on its own. So today, I'm going to walk you through my content plan to make that happen. So let's start with the big picture. I used a framework called GOST, which is Goals, Objectives, Strategies, and Tactics, to help shape this plan. Our goal is simple. Equipped to Win needs to be a self-sustaining digital brand, one that can stand on its own and engage our community all year long. Our objectives are specific. Within 90 days of launching its own Instagram page, we want to grow to at least 1,000 followers. We also want to maintain an average engagement rate of 5%, meaning people aren't just scrolling past, but they're actually interacting and engaging with our content. For example, a student who gets new shoes now can have confidence walking into the school year, and a single mom who is now able to provide for her family for Thanksgiving by coming to our Feed the City drive, or even a teen who's maybe found mentorship through Kingdom Boxing Club. So these are just a few initiatives that essentially fuel our mission, which is to just bring people together in the community while providing resources. We'll also highlight our volunteers, donors, and local business partners because people love to see themselves make a difference. And finally, our tactics include weekly content themes, using Reels and TikToks to boost visibility, and encouraging user-generated content from the community. All of this creates momentum, not just from the organization, but from the people involved in it. Next, I broke down a SWOT analysis. That's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Equipped to Win has strong roots. We're backed by a trusted church, and we've already had successful events that gain recognition. And we also do have a diverse audience. That's families, teens, business owners, so we're not just starting from ground zero. But we do have weaknesses. The biggest one, as I mentioned earlier, is that Equipped to Win does not have its own identity yet. And we don't have a full content team either. It's mostly at the moment volunteers, and sometimes things get missed. That's also where the opportunity comes in. By creating a brand kit with consistent colors, voice, and content style, we can start to build recognition. And we can train student leaders, interns, or even volunteers to help document events and create content. And of course, the threat is digital noise. There are a lot of nonprofits, and it's easy to get lost online. If we don't differentiate ourselves and stay consistent, we could lose momentum, and we don't want that. But with a clear voice and purpose, we can break through. So how do we do that? Let's talk platforms. Instagram is our biggest focus. We'll use it to post visual storytelling, including reels, quote graphics, anything of that nature. One example, we could do a weekly reel series called A Day in the Life of a Volunteer. That way, people see what it's like to serve and to stay involved. We'll also do event takeovers and behind the scene moments that make the audience feel important and a part of the experience. Facebook will focus more on community events and donors. We'll post recap videos, live stream charity events like the Hope Classic Tournament, and share long form stories. One idea is to post milestone graphics, like, for example, 1,000 turkeys delivered, thanks to you. TikTok is for our youth engagement. Our TikTok with our Hope Students account is currently at the moment thriving, and so I really do feel confident in really pushing on this platform. And my plans and action are to do a fun challenge-based content like the Hope in Action Challenge, where teens will post a 15-second video of how they serve. We can even include bloopers and funny moments because that's what makes the organization more relatable and more authentic. And outside of social media, we'll also use tools like MailChimp for monthly email updates and Linktree in our bios, so that way people can easily sign up, donate, register, or even learn more about the organization. Also, another initiative that we just recently thought of was to introduce Equipped to Win merchandise. As you can see, I actually have on Hope Church's merchandise because our merchandise typically does well, and a lot of it is typically limited edition. So when something new comes out, people want it and they want to be a part of it. And we also want to introduce Equipped to Win merchandise because we already see how well it sells. If you've ever seen one of those seasonal hoodies or limited edition t-shirts on a Sunday, then you know how fast they sell out. And once they're gone, you are probably never going to see that design again. And we want to bring that same energy with Equipped to Win. By designing seasonal merch like shirts, hats, hoodies, we're not just fundraising, we're building brand awareness. Imagine people walking around with Equipped to Win across their chests without even realizing that they're promoting our mission. That curiosity opens doors. Someone might ask, hey, what's that? And suddenly you're explaining how we give shoes to kids or feed families for Thanksgiving. And for people already attending our events or volunteering, that gives them something physical to connect to, a sense of pride, and it turns support into something that you can wear. Now, to make Equipped to Win truly independent, we'll follow a 3-phase rollout. In phase 1, we'll post more Equipped branded content on the existing Hope Church platforms. In phase 2, we launch Equipped to Win's own Instagram and Facebook pages and start pointing followers towards them. And in phase 3, we scale down content on both church pages and let Equip take over with his own voice. We'll also need to create a digital asset library, basically a folder of photos, testimonials, logos, templates that can all be reused by the team. That saves time and keeps the look consistent. To boost this even more, we'll collaborate with community influencers like volunteers, our students, local leaders. If Kingdom Boxing students start sharing content, or let's say our Hope students, or even if small businesses repost our thank you graphics, that expands our reach organically. And of course, we'll be prepared for crisis communication. If an event gets canceled or we get critical feedback, we'll have a process. Our goal is to respond publicly within 24 hours, be honest, and outline what we're doing to fix it. That kind of transparency builds trust, and I am hopeful that once we get this team in place for the Equipped to Win media team, that perhaps we can even have a PR assistant to handle that when it comes to crisis communication. So, to wrap it all up, Equipped to Win already has the heart and the mission. Now it's time to build the brand. From storytelling to strategy to social media, influencers, and now merchandise, every piece plays a role in creating something sustainable and impactful. This isn't just a content plan, it's a blueprint for impact. And I'm excited to help lead that transformation. And I cannot have even had any of this possible without this class, without this assignment, because it has definitely offered a lot more opportunities as well as learning experiences. And I look forward to seeing it grow. So Thank you so much for watching.